are now listening to Lower Road Radio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Ha! Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lower Road Radio.
Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. What? Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Yeah. Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. What? Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lower Road Radio.
Let's get it.
What? At Tanagra When the Walls Fell, this is Dan Owings coming at you another time for Lower Road Radio with my co-host, as always, Jason. How you doing today?
Headline for the day.
Headline.
I
know that music.
think.
Even you can't mess that one. And you did mess it up.
Whatever. Unopened. Whatever. Listen.
Okay, fine. Unopened.
I
I think it's more like a bonum. No. Now you're just making random noises. Unopened.
Unopened 1987 Nintendo video game found in an attic, expected to sell for $10,000.
Wow.
So this guy, cleaning out his mom's attic, or his mom was cleaning it out rather, found a video game in a JCPenney bag, sealed,
Yeah.
unopened, never been used.
Yeah.
It has the receipt attached with it for $38.45.
Okay.
Can you take a guess at the game that they found?
Let's see. It'd have to be a popular game.
Well, yeah, I mean, you would think so because it's going to sell for $10,000.
Double Dragon.
Wrong. And Double Dragon was $50, by the way, not $38.45.
That's true. Well, if it was a few years old,
Well, that is true.
Mega Man.
Wrong. You get one more choice, that's it. 3 strikes and you're out.
Contra.
Wrong. It was Kid Icarus.
Kid Icarus.
Kid Icarus. That's one of the... So when we grew up, we had, 50, 60 video games?
We had a lot of games.
I mean, it took a couple years to compile that.
Yeah.
But you're talking a couple kids every Christmas, every birthday.
We each got 1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It adds up. And anytime we had extra money, we'd go buy some.
Yeah, you would.
So 50, 60 games. That's one of the games we did not have.
For some reason, Kid Icarus fell through the cracks.
It's a classic game.
It is a classic game.
Yeah.
Well, obviously some people feel that way.
Well, I mean, what they're saying in this article, it's on Fox News or something like that, and it says that the reason why it's going to sell for $10,000, maybe more, is that there's a clear line of proof that it's not a forgery.
I believe that's called provenance.
Providence.
Nope.
Providence?
Provenance.
Providence.
No D. Provenance.
Provenance.
Sure.
So there's a receipt. It's sealed. It's in a
Yeah.
JCPenney
It's not
bag.
been like recreated in a 3D printer or something.
That's right.
Yeah.
Someone didn't make it in his garage trying to sell it off as something else.
Right.
I'm wondering how many other games exist in people's attics in a bag,
Sure.
unopened, sealed.
Probably
the whole
bought
thing.
as like a Christmas present like early in the year, then they forgot about it.
Oh, yeah. Like Chevy Chase, remember? Goes up in the attic,
Yeah.
finds a Christmas present, unopened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jason, all of this is putting me in the mood to play Nintendo. And since I don't have a Nintendo in front of me, let's do some Nintendo Mount Rushmores.
I love it.
All right.
So this is the Nintendo Mount Rushmore special.
This is, share it with all your friends. Like it, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff.
Okay, first
do
of
all
all,
the things.
Are we going to do a Nintendo Mount Rushmore of consoles?
I mean, we could, but I'm not. Whoa! I just got a text. My phone was on silent, but my computer was not.
Can you turn it on silent?
It is on silent now.
Okay. So like NES.
I don't feel qualified for this because I'm an NES guy, and anything after that, I just don't really.
Listen, I'll just do it for you.
All right.
It's NES.
Come on.
And then it's the 64.
Okay.
And then it's the GameCube. And
Whoa,
then it's
controversial.
and then it's the Switch.
So you jumped over the Wii and went straight to the Switch.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like you take the GameCube out of there.
Okay, I think you're right. NES, 64, Wii, Switch.
Super Nintendo, bit of a flop.
Not a big Super Nintendo fan.
Yeah.
I mean, it was okay for the time, but at the time, the Sega Genesis
Was better.
Was better.
Yeah.
That's right.
The Super Nintendo the graphics were better.
Well, then, yeah.
But
and then the Nintendo 64 was like the first like 4-player console, the real one.
I remember playing a lot of off-road on Nintendo 64. I remember playing a lot of
Mario Kart. Yeah.
Madden.
Yes.
Star Fox.
Yes.
I remember playing those games on Nintendo
Tetris
64.
on the 64 was a great game.
Yeah. Do a barrel roll. So
Star Fox.
Let's do some other Mount Rushmores, but
Okay.
let's go back to the NES. It's the best.
It
Okay.
is the best.
All right, so let's do just real simple right off the bat. The NES of, the Mount Rushmore of Nintendo Entertainment System games. Just games.
We're talking original games.
The original games, okay? So I feel like right out of the bat, I feel like there are two slam dunks.
Okay, wait.
No, I feel like there's... Are you going to ask me if Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt count that the same thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's an obvious question because it was on one disc, one
was
cartridge.
On one cartridge. I do not believe that it counts. In my mind, because those games were actually also sold separately. Like, you could buy just the Mario. It's just that's what came with the system when you bought it.
It was a double game.
So I don't feel like that counts as the same game.
Okay, listen. If it's the same game, it's a slam dunk.
Well, the original Super Mario Brothers is obviously on the list.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you could make a case that Duck Hunt belongs on the list.
Well, we're about ready to make that case, but I'm saying we have to separate
George
them.
Washington is Super Mario.
No doubt. I believe, in my opinion, although I didn't play this game, and in retrospect, I've tried to play this game and never gotten into it, but I do.
I know what you're going to say.
What?
Zelda.
The Legend of Zelda,
Yeah.
the original. It was like overhead. You know, I just could never get into it. I had a couple of friends that played it and that liked it. I've tried to play it like post as an adult, like pull it up on like the Wii or something like that. I don't know. I just could never get into it.
So my wife grew up, and that was like her game.
Oh,
she
okay.
loved Zelda.
Yeah.
So it definitely considers consideration.
Okay, so Zelda and the original Super Mario Brothers that's your Washington and your Lincoln, right?
I think those are locks.
I think we have to put those
Okay,
in.
before we go any further, is there any more Super Mario that belong on it?
Well, that's the thing. We're going to jump right over Super Mario Brothers 2.
Does not deserve.
So the question that you're asking is, does Super Mario Brothers 3 belong on this list?
Yeah, I mean,
I would say that it does, in my opinion. But we got a lot.
we haven't
we're not
even
gonna-
begun to.
Yeah, we're not going to go through all of these, but we've got some others to talk about before we can.
Okay, so let's just say this: I don't think there should be two Marios on the Mount Rushmore.
So then we have to pick one. So we pick Super Mario Brothers 1.
The original one.
Okay.
That's right. Now listen, Super Mario 3 was a better game.
Yeah,
but
we're going
not-
to talk about that in a minute.
That's iconic. We're talking iconic classic games.
Okay.
So Super Mario and Zelda.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Let me throw. I'll just throw some more out at you.
Yes.
Okay. Contra.
Very good game.
And pretty iconic because everybody knows
Pretty iconic.
the up, down, down, left, right, BA,
That was
BA,
Super
etc.
Contra.
Yeah. Oh, that was Super Contra. That's true.
See, those are
Wow.
different. I think
right.
Super Contra was probably more popular.
It was better.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
I've got one.
Oh, okay.
Excite Bike.
Excite Bike. It was an original game. Like, it came out. Like, I think
It was
about
on the early scale of.
Yeah,
the
I think
games.
about it in that cartridge that
Yes.
all of the games had.
Uh-huh.
It had a specific kind of font and layout. It
Yeah.
was black with the image in the middle. I think we're gonna. I don't think it's gonna make it.
Okay.
But it's worth consideration.
Absolutely.
Mega Man.
Mega Man is very, very classic.
Yeah.
Now there's like 6 of them.
But I just
The
feel
original
like you go
Mega
with
Man.
the original Mega Man.
Yeah.
That game was hard to beat.
It was. I beat it.
You did. I watched you beat it. I watched you beat a few games. Okay.
I think Tetris deserves consideration.
I feel like was Nintendo the first time that Tetris was ever experienced by human beings?
In a large capacity, I think originally
Mm-hmm.
it was like a Russian PC game,
Mm-hmm.
like on a Russian computer, and like Nintendo picked up on it and made it their own.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in large scale, it was launched by Nintendo.
Yeah. I mean, when I think Tetris, I don't think of it in terms of just being a Nintendo game.
See, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
All right. Well, that's certainly
Serious consideration.
I'd say Tetris it goes above Excite Bike.
Yes, I
but
agree.
Not necessarily Mega Man.
Here's another one that we did not own.
Okay.
Ice Climber. So, like,
I do not know Ice Climber.
yeah, you do, because like in Super Smash Brothers, it's the two igloo
I don't play
characters.
Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, well, never mind. It deserves consideration.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, I do not know how I don't know this game, but I don't know this
Very
game.
classic. It was one of the original ones. It was in the classic, black case,
Sure.
diagonal font, all this stuff.
Okay. Does Kid Icarus belong on this list?
Every single one of these that we're going to say deserves consideration because these are all iconic games. It was the first like real system. I mean, Atari was good, but Atari was like a knockoff of arcade.
Yeah.
Pac-Man, Space Invaders, things
Yeah.
like that. Great games.
Yeah.
But Nintendo really took it to the next level.
But I feel like Kid Icarus.
It's up there.
All right, next. Wait, I'm going to say something, and I'm going to say the name of a person, and you're going to tell me the game. You ready for this?
I already know. And you don't even have to. I'll say the name, and you tell me if the person matches.
Uh-huh.
I already know what you're going to say.
Okay, what am I going to say?
Paperboy.
Oh, no. I wasn't going to say that. Are you going to say the Caudilles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they had a paper
Well,
route, and they had the game Paperboy.
That was the only place I played it. They were good at that game.
Well, they did
lived
it in real life. Am I right? Is that what you were going to say?
That was not what I was going to say.
That's a good one.
It is
Come
a
on,
good
Paperboy.
one. Paperboy's another classic.
That's a classic game.
I could play Paperboy
And they
right
had a
now.
route. See, that was the whole thing. That's
I
what
know.
made it so
I know.
iconic. They had a paper route, and they had the game,
Yeah.
Paperboy.
Yeah.
They were the
In hindsight, I
Paperboy.
realized why they always wanted people to spend the night with them, because in the morning when you woke up, you did the paper route with them. It
Yeah,
was
and
like
they got
fun.
paid, and we
And I
didn't.
never got a cent of that money. I want it.
Hey, hop on the bikes.
I
We
want
gotta
it
fold
with
these papers
interest.
and go
If I ever
deliver 'em.
see one of those guys again as an adult, I want that with interest. Should be at least $25 by now. I'm going to say the name of another
Okay,
person
okay.
that we both know, and
Yes.
you're going to tell me the game. You ready?
Yeah.
Uncle John.
Double Dragon.
Yeah, he got us Double Dragon for
Yeah.
like Christmas or
like
something.
$50.
It was it was a pricey game.
It really was.
And Double Dragon deserves consideration,
Yes,
heavy consideration.
it does, but I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be a top 4.
Really?
Yeah, we've already named 4 that are above it.
All right. Okay. I got another one for you that we did not have, but definitely belongs in consideration. You ready?
Yeah,
Metroid.
yeah. I was just looking at that.
Yeah.
It does. I think we need to leave it off. We haven't even begun the sports games yet.
Yeah, we haven't talked about
Tecmo Bowl,
or
or Super Tecmo Bowl,
RBI baseball,
all of which. Mm-hmm. I mean,
ice
I think-
hockey.
Oh my gosh! Where do you come on?
This is one of the harder lists
Double
we've
dribble?
ever done. Double dribble,
Arch rivals. Mm-hmm. Okay, so
arch rivals.
I
That
feel
game
like-
was fun.
I feel like we need to put one sports game up there.
Well, if you're only going to put one sports game up there, I would say the one that belongs is probably Tecmo Super Bowl.
Super Tecmo Bowl or Tecmo
That's
Super
Tecmo
Bowl?
Super Bowl.
Okay.
I mean, and maybe that's just nostalgia for me.
It's
but
either
now
that
we're
or-
out of stuff because it's already Super Mario Brothers and Zelda, and I believe that we were basically putting Tetris on there.
Yeah.
So now we're just down to one, and I just don't think that
Okay, so what else do you
any
have?
of these sports games. Just a couple more to mention, not necessarily going to be on the list. Okay. And they're ones that we don't really know, but they actually have a huge following. Like Final Fantasy has a massive following.
It does. Was that on the original system?
Yeah, there was a 1987 Final Fantasy game.
Kirby originated. Kirby's
know.
Adventure. That was a big one.
Kirby's Battletoads,
Donkey Kong.
Castlevania, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that was a pretty good game.
Yeah. So I'm not.
Castlevania.
Yeah, Castlevania was a big. I mean, people really got into that game.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying any of those belong on the list. I think let's just narrow it down really quickly to 2 or 3 games because we've already got Super Mario Brothers, Zelda, and Tetris. So now
I think those 3. What about Mike Tyson's Punch-Out?
Well, that's another one. That's a great game, but I don't think it goes above Mega Man. I don't think it goes above Metroid or Kid Icarus as iconic Nintendo games.
Okay, so Mario, Zelda, and Tetris are locks. Are we saying this?
Tetris, Mario, Zelda, those are your locks.
Okay, so we're debating between, in my mind, Mega Man and Tecmo Bowl?
And
Or Super Tecmo Bowl?
I know we didn't play it, but Metroid was a big deal.
You're right. I feel like it has to be Mega Man.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
We're going to get some blowback here, Jason.
There's
People
no
are
doubt.
not going to be happy about
No.
this. And if you want to argue,
Okay, real quick, let's just do the Mount Rushmore of sports NES games.
okay, this should be a little easier.
Super Tecmo, but Tecmo Super Bowl.
Okay, so Tecmo Super Bowl.
Yes.
Because, the original Tecmo Bowl was awesome,
You only had
At the
4 plays
time,
and like 8 teams.
but Tecmo Super Bowl, it's better.
You had every team,
It's the
you had
best.
8 plays.
Tecmo Super Bowl is on the Mount Rushmore of sports video games,
Absolutely.
period.
Without a doubt.
Okay, so RBI baseball,
Absolutely.
it was the best baseball game.
The best baseball game.
Ice hockey
Ice hockey.
definitely belongs on the list.
I'm going to make a case for Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
And Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I think
That's
that's
it.
the list, but let me throw a couple more at you really quick. You ready?
Yeah.
Double Dribble.
Was a great game.
Excite Bike.
That is a race. That would be
That's a sports game.
off-road.
Off-road was awesome because you could build your car up
Yeah.
and you could get a better and better car. Okay, I've got some more.
Okay.
Are you ready for this? Super Dodgeball.
No.
Okay.
No. Wasn't there like a Rad Racer?
There was a World Cup that was awesome.
Remember Rad Racer?
Rad Racer
Yeah.
was one for sure. This one for real, though. I've got 2.
Okay.
Because we're talking about iconic
Yeah,
here.
no, I'm
okay.
with you.
Well, I don't know. Track and field with the mat.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're talking Mount Rushmore, that
when
might
you
have to be
ran
up there.
the 100-meter dash, you started off by running against.
I don't know.
There were names of animals.
Oh,
like the
yeah.
last one was cheetah.
Yeah.
that was the last person you
I
beat.
do remember that. I don't.
The
Turtle?
first one. I'm guessing the first one was turtle.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But to win the gold medal, you had to beat cheetah.
Yeah.
head on head. I feel like track and field is it. That's
Wow. Okay, so what's the 4?
Tecmo Super Bowl,
Yeah.
RBI baseball,
Yes.
ice hockey,
Yes.
track and field.
Over Mike Tyson's Punch-Out?
Oh, dang it. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out belongs on this list.
Yeah. If you got it, you can't get rid of any of those. It's
I
RBI
wanna-
baseball. It's Tecmo Super Bowl.
I want to mention golf,
God, we loved golf.
and it is a classic.
Classic. Yep.
It was one of the early ones.
And
is
we're not talking Mario Golf. We're talking just golf.
golf. It's just
Yeah.
called golf.
Same thing. Ice hockey. Yeah. Golf.
Now, really quickly, a couple more. Is Duck Hunt a sports game?
I would think you would have to be classified as that. And if that's the case, Duck Hunt has to be on it.
Right. Arch Rivals was fun.
Okay, listen. The
Tecmo-
sports one is almost harder than the original.
Tecmo Basketball was fun.
It was fun.
It does not belong on this list.
No.
Some people would argue that Bases Loaded belongs on this list. I'm not a Bases
Not
Loaded
above
guy.
RBI baseball. It doesn't.
You ready for this one?
Yeah.
American Gladiators.
Oh my gosh!
How much fun was that game?
The game was awesome.
I loved that game. All right,
Okay,
that's
wait,
the last
listen,
I'm going to
listen.
mention.
Okay, so we got to narrow this down. So, Tecmo Super Bowl is
Definitely.
a lock.
That's a lock.
RBI baseball, we're calling a lock.
I think so.
I think so too. Ice hockey,
I think that's a lock.
I think so too. And Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
That leaves out just so you're
Yeah.
that leaves out Excite Bike,
Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt, and track and field. I feel like track and field is the big one that I'm just not comfortable leaving track and field off. Like if I have
Okay, so listen, maybe we do a different one. Maybe we stop there and we do another one of accessory games. Duck Hunt, you had to have a gun. Track and field, you had to have the pad. Rad Racer, you could use a glove.
I guess. I don't know. I don't. I think we do a Mount Rushmore of accessories. And
Okay,
not
that'll be
necessarily
next.
accessory
That'll be
games.
next. Okay.
But locking down, we're doing Tecmo Super Bowl, RBI baseball, ice hockey, and Punch Out.
Yes, that's it.
Man, it hurts me. I'm feeling physical pain leaving track and field off of this list.
It's okay. You'll be fine.
All right, let's do another one. Let's do the accessories.
Okay. So we already named a few.
The pad,
The gun.
and the gun.
Those are locks.
Those are your two for sure accessories. You've also got the joystick has the turbo buttons.
Oh, the turbo button changed my life.
That changed everything.
Holy cow.
You got the turbo buttons. You've got the glove, which was kind of a bust.
It was, but super iconic.
Very iconic. But, I mean, I think your list is the pad, the glove. I'm sorry, the pad, the gun, the turbo button, and the glove. Are there any other accessories?
Well, there was. Okay, so there was like a little attachment, and I don't know how it worked. I can't exactly remember, but wasn't there like a 4-prong into a 2-prong adapter that you could slap on the front of it to play 4 players?
Because there were some random 4-player games
that they released later. I think that was a thing. There was also a thing, I remember, you attach it to the front of the Nintendo and it became wireless, a wireless controller. Now, the wireless controller was awful. You had to point it right at it.
Yeah.
You could not move it around at all. I think that's it. Let's just stop there.
Yeah, I guess
It's
if
pad,
we can't think
glove,
of anything.
gun.
Yeah, it was the Advantage controller was the name
and the
of
joystick
the pad.
with the turbo button.
Turbo. Oh, and the 4-player adapter.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's what it was called.
Yeah.
I think the Cut Hills might have had that too.
They had everything.
And a paper route.
Well, they had money to afford it. All that money from the paper route.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Apparently, there was an NES robot adapter. You could somehow hook a robot up to it. All right. That's it. Okay. Next. Look at in your brain. Look at the controller.
Yes.
The NES controller.
I'm
Very
looking.
simple.
It's square.
We're
It's
gonna
actually rectangle.
We're going to do the Mount Rushmore of buttons on the controller.
Ooh.
You've got your up, you've got your down, you've got your left and your right. You've got select, start, and BA.
Okay, so that's a total of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buttons.
So we got to narrow it down to 4.
We have to eliminate 4.
So what's your lock?
My lock is A. I think A
I
is
would
George
say
Washington.
B is the lock.
You
over
think B is
A.
the lock?
Yeah. I think B is a more primary button than A is.
Okay, so the button's in reverse,
Yeah,
right? It was
B.
A on the left and B. No,
B
it was
is on
A.
the left.
Yeah, B's on the left, A's on the
A's
right.
on the
A
right.
was a primary button, I believe. If you're shooting people, it was A. If you had to get up in Mike Tyson's Punch Out, it was A.
If you had to jump, you were pressing B.
If you had to shoot, you had to press A.
Well, either way, A and B, that's your Lincoln and Washington.
You can't play without A and B.
Right. Okay.
You have to jump and shoot with A
Yeah.
and B.
Okay. Now, up, down, left, right.
Okay, listen, right.
Because it's forward.
Yeah, it's forward. So like every game
Yeah.
back in the day, there was no 3. Well, I mean,
Eventually,
Zelda
there became that,
some
but
games that were 3D.
These
but
side-scrolling games.
Mario, you push the right button.
Right.
Occasionally duck,
Right.
occasionally up,
Yeah.
rarely up actually, because you would jump.
So let's just really quickly get rid of up and down.
Up and down, let's get rid of it. That's
Considerate.
right.
They're not
left and
considered.
right is in consideration.
Well, I think right is a lock.
Right is a lock. I'm
So
with
right
you.
is Thomas Jefferson.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now for the Teddy Roosevelt spot, we've got left, we've got select, and start. One of those 3 is going to be off.
I think starts it.
But select is the super punch in Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
No, it was start.
No, it was select. Start was pause.
Oh, you're right.
Select was the super punch. Select was like sneaky random. Like every once in a while there'd be a game that used it, and it was like, what?
What?
You use the select button?
Who knew?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, start.
Start is how you start the game.
How you start the game. You can't start
You
the
can't
game
do it
without start.
Okay. B, A, or AB, depending on your list. And then right and start.
That's it.
That leaves select, up and down,
And left.
and left off the list.
That's it.
Okay. That was harder than I thought it was going to be. All right. We've got a couple more. You ready?
Yeah.
Once again, I'm going to check to make sure we've been recording. Okay.
It's always my worst fear.
You're 10 years old.
Yeah.
You've got a Saturday. It's like it's cold outside.
Okay.
You've got the house to yourself for whatever reason.
Yes.
You're in the basement, and you've got a full day of video games ahead of you. Nobody's going to bother you.
Gotcha.
This is
Do I have somebody with me? Are we playing together?
Yeah, let's say it's you and, I don't know.
Me and my best friend.
You and your best friend. What are the Mount Rushmore of snacks? It's the 80s that you got to have while you're playing. Keep in mind, I don't know if it's going to factor in. Maybe it won't. But this is the 80s.
Okay, it's the 80s. So my other question is, are you specifically saying it's cold outside versus hot outside?
I was just randomly saying, just creating a day.
I'm just saying that
I'm
might
not
make a
gonna
difference.
say
I might want hot food on a cold day.
It's neither.
It's neutral
It's
weather.
just a neutral day. It's
I'm
like
just indoors
70 degrees
all day.
outside.
Okay.
You're indoors. And let's get rid of the friend. It's just you by yourself. This is a game you're playing while you're eating. You know what I mean?
Okay, so see, that makes a difference. Okay. So, like, I feel like two obvious things, and maybe they both belong in the list. Mm-hmm. Pizza rolls.
Yeah.
And or Hot Pockets. Now, if you're with a friend, you can do the pizza rolls really easy.
Right.
Because you split them. You got a 24-pack, you split them 12 and 12.
Yeah. Both of these things will hold the heat for a long time. So
That's
if you're in the middle of
There's
something,
no rush.
Right.
They will hold the heat. And the Hot Pocket,
it's got the sleeve.
it's got the little sleeve on it. So you can throw it in the microwave, play a few minutes, run back and grab it, come eat it with the sleeve. You don't get a mess on the controller.
Let's go Hot Pocket above.
Above the pizza roll?
We'll keep the pizza roll for consideration.
Okay. Hot Pocket.
So Hot Pocket for sure.
Okay. I feel like a bowl of pretzels.
A bowl of pretzels.
A bowl of pretzels.
Wow.
Like the kind that curl around. Not
Okay.
like the sticks. Not pretzel
All right.
sticks.
All right.
The only time you do
bowl of pretzels.
a bowl of pretzels.
That's boring to me.
It's got salt.
Okay.
It's delicious. It's a bowl of pretzels.
All right. I've got one that is like 100%.
Listen,
belongs on the list.
here's the reason why you do pretzels over chips. Mm-hmm. Chips are very greasy. You get grease on the controller. You got to avoid
Neither
grease on the
one of us
controller.
are going to be using Doritos or Cheetos because
can't.
you're not going to get cheesy fingers.
Not when you're playing Nintendo.
I've got a really good one.
Yeah.
Melt in your mouth, not in your hand. M&Ms.
Yeah.
You got some M&Ms, right? So
Yeah.
that way your hands are clean, but you're still getting that chocolate goodness. You're not going to eat a Hershey bar, my friend.
No.
You're going to get chocolate all over the remote like that.
So, would you consider a Klondike bar?
Well, no, because it can't be eaten in the process. You're going to have to put it down. Maybe it's going to melt.
Eating a Klondike, one hand or two?
Me?
Yes.
One.
You don't double hand it.
I don't think so. When's the last time you had a Klondike bar?
Recently. Like
Grandma's house?
No, my own house.
Okay.
Like in the last 3 weeks.
In my life, okay, if you created a pie chart of Klondike bars that I've eaten, the sliver of places that I've eaten a Klondike bar that are not Grandma's house it's almost imperceptible.
Yeah.
Like it's like 99%. Even as an adult, when I go over there,
You get a Klondike bar.
you bet your bonnet I'm going to get a Klondike bar. Okay, that's where I eat Klondike bars. And last time I was there, and she offered one. I mean, I don't even know why she asked me if I want one. The answer is yes. Yes,
Grandma,
Grandma.
just bring it to me.
Yeah, and I don't want your Heath Klondike bars. I just want your original Klondike bar. I don't even
Listen,
want the chocolate.
I like
in
some
your
of those
chocolate.
other ones.
Stop. There is one Klondike bar.
Have you had the mint?
I will say it's pretty good. I will say Klondike bars are a lot smaller than I remember them.
Which means you have to eat two.
I mean, I held it. I was like, this thing used to be twice as big.
Yeah.
So has the Klondike bar gotten smaller, or have I just gotten bigger?
Well, you have gotten bigger.
That's for sure.
That might have been the result of eating the
Is
Klondike bars.
Is the Klondike bar smaller than it used to be?
I don't know.
I feel like it is.
It could be. It could be. Listen,
like it is.
I enjoy Klondike bar.
Either way, Klondike
not on the
bar
list.
does not belong on this list.
Nothing that's going to melt.
Yeah, this is something that can be left by itself for a while if it needs to be.
Yes.
Should there be a drink on this list?
No, this is food.
Okay, this is food.
So I think the crunchy snacky is pretzels. You can't do chips. You can't do Doritos. You can't do cheese balls.
What we have for sure now is Hot Pockets, M&Ms, and
Pretzels.
I mean, I'd still like to talk before we land on pretzels completely.
I'm going to make a hard push for pretzels.
Can we say, what were the, I'm totally blanking, what are the pretzel things that have, like, stuff in them? There's, like, pizza
Pretzel
flavored.
things that have the
There's,
stuff.
like, pizza flavored. There's, like, cheese flavored.
Oh, combos.
Combos.
Oh, come on.
Can combos take over pretzels?
Yeah, I'm
All right.
completely fine with combos, but the combos are more expensive. You get
That's
a huge
fine.
bag of pretzels for
That's
like
fine.
$1.
That's fine.
Combos are like $8 for a
Listen.
little pack of 12.
Money goes out the window. This is the Mount Rushmore. We spare no expense when it comes to Mount Rushmore, okay?
Combos are
Combos
delicious.
belongs on this list.
You're right.
When's the last time you had a combo?
It's been a while.
It's been a long time since I've had
Maybe they're not as
combos.
good as you remember.
They are. They're better. Listen, I had not eaten cereal like for a long time.
Yeah.
And then I got my kids some Captain Crunch berry.
Yeah.
And I had a bowl of it the other day.
Yes.
It was like, I've never had crack, but man, it was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It was so good. Maybe dried cereal belongs on
I
this
love
list.
cereal. Apple Jacks. I love Apple Jacks.
I mean, for this list, it's not cereal in a bowl. It's going to get crunchy or soggy too fast.
That's right.
I mean, maybe
It's gotta be dry.
Maybe your grape nuts. You know what I mean? You could leave grape nuts in a bowl overnight and they wouldn't be soggy in the
Have
morning.
you eaten mini wheats? Like frosted mini wheats dry?
No, not a fan of that.
It's better than you think.
Okay. Either way, let's.
You got to
we're-
do frosted
we're
side
getting off,
down
We're
on
getting
your
off
tongue.
topic.
You got to put the frosted side down on
We're
your
getting
tongue.
off topic.
Okay.
Combos.
Yes, combos.
Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
M&Ms.
M&Ms.
Peanut butter or original. It's okay.
Not peanut butter.
I'm sorry,
Peanut.
I meant
Holy
peanut.
cow.
That was close. Peanut or original is fine.
Okay, are we going to exclude all other candy? That's our candy.
I mean,
Skittles,
yes.
Starburst.
S-
Starburst would be good, individually wrapped.
yeah, but then you got to unwrap it. You know what I mean? I want something I can grab and shove. I don't. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? Starburst needs two hands.
Okay, and we need to eliminate anything like a Subway sub.
Of course. What are we talking about?
Right? 2 hands,
Yeah.
Big Mac. You can't do it.
Right. I mean, and these are things that also you're home by yourself. You know what I mean? Like, there's no like Big Mac. You're not going out to get a Big Mac.
No.
You know what I mean? These are things that can be found at your house.
Yes.
I feel like something like combos was a glaring obvious one once
I
it
can't
was
even
said.
believe, what about Pringles?
Pringles are good, but they could leave a residue.
Not as much of a residue as
Well, you could
Pringles.
You could eat
Hit
the
the can,
Pringles
yeah.
just like you're drinking the can.
That's a good one. Okay, let's kind of hold that on the back burner a
Okay,
little
we got
bit.
salty and sweet. Is there anything else that I mean? Is it like Slim Jims? How about Slim Jims?
Slim Jims would be pretty good. So if you're going that route, I'm thinking anything pool food related, lemon heads,
Okay.
anything like that.
Yeah.
Comes in a little individual box.
Sure. How about string cheese?
I don't remember eating it as a kid.
Neither do I.
Yeah, so I don't. It doesn't belong on the list.
How about you make yourself a plate of nachos?
Yeah, well, come on. Yeah, I love nachos.
Popcorn.
Yeah, it requires a little bit more work. When we were kids, I don't remember microwave popcorn.
Okay. Can we say
I love nachos.
nachos is a good one. I might make some nachos tonight. What
So
about grapes?
What grapes?
Grapes.
Like off the vine.
Yeah.
Grapes. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with grapes.
Grapes is a good
I like
one.
grapes.
We don't have anything healthy on here,
Do we need it?
Well,
I mean, we're playing Nintendo all day in our basement.
Yeah, but you want some
What about like
sustainability here. You want something that's going to stick
lunch
with
meat,
you.
salami, ham, bologna?
I feel like Slim Jim would
that's your meat
be
category.
better than that. Yeah.
Peanuts, like just peanuts.
I mean, I got peanut M&Ms. I'm okay. Cheez-Its.
Ooh, I do. Man, I love me some Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its are good.
Now, I also I'm a big fan of Wheat Thins.
Wheat Thins are great.
Yeah.
Triscuits are good. All right, really. So let's just finish this off. This is going to be. We'll get Hot Pockets.
Yes.
Combos.
Yes.
M&Ms.
Yes.
Say the first thing that comes to your head.
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its. Really?
Yeah, it's my gut. My gut says Cheez-Its. Because it's a cracker,
Mm-hmm.
it also almost is like a chip.
All right.
It's got a little cheese flavor,
That's
but
good.
it's not the Dorito get your fingers all
I
crappy.
can live. I'm going to sleep well tonight, knowing
Okay.
that this is on our list. All right, just got one more. I've got one more.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore of NES characters.
Ooh.
I think we can do this. Well, I said this before. I think we can do this easily. Mario.
He's the George Washington.
Link.
He's the Thomas Jefferson.
Okay. I'm going to throw some more out at you. I'm going to rapid fire. I'm just going to hit you with some. You ready?
Yeah.
Samus, the guy from Metroid.
No.
Mega Man.
Yes.
Yoshi.
Ooh. Wow.
Luigi.
No.
Bowser.
No.
Donkey Kong.
Yes.
Kirby.
No.
Little Mac.
No.
Princess Peach.
No.
Toad.
No.
Kid Icarus.
No.
The dog from Duck Hunt.
No.
You thought about it. Just making sure I'm not missing anything.
So I think
I think this is actually pretty easy. I think we got this.
Mega Man, Mario, Donkey Kong,
Link.
and Link. That's it.
Mega Man, Mario, Donkey Kong, Link.
That's it.
That was it.
That was way easier than I thought. Okay, so real quick, one more and then we'll be done.
I'm hungry.
We're in the basement. We're eating all this stuff.
Yeah.
You've got 4 video games that you can play all day.
Oh.
Like you were stuck. Like
Oh,
we
that
grew
was.
up-
I forgot that. Was
yeah. So we grew up with 50 games,
Uh-huh.
but let's pretend like 46 of them we didn't have access to. You could only pick 4 games.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be the games that we owned. It could be Paperboy.
I got a full day, but I only have access to 4 games.
You only have access to 4 games.
This isn't the Mount Rushmore. These are games that are going to be fun for me to play all day.
That's right. It's your own personal.
My personal.
Are we going to do this like you and I are in the basement together? We're going to play games together?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So I
Okay.
think Tecmo Bowl, Super Tecmo Bowl, right?
Yes, partially because you can do a season.
Yes.
So you can win the Super Bowl. You can keep your stats. That's what makes it a great. I mean, you could play that game all day just by itself.
Yes.
You go through a whole season. So I think Tecmo Super Bowl definitely belongs on the list. I liked, for that same reason, Tecmo Basketball because it gave you statistics. Like I led the league in blocks with Muggsy Bogues.
I led the league in steals with David Robinson.
Yeah. So that game gets a bit repetitive, especially when you're stealing the ball.
Wait,
once you
led it in blocks with Muggsy Bogues. I led it in steals with David Robinson.
Something's wrong there, but those are both facts. I feel like Mario Brothers 3.
I agree.
Okay?
Absolutely.
So we definitely have Super Tecmo Bowl. We definitely have Mario Brothers 3.
I feel like RBI Baseball belongs. I mean, these are a lot of playability back and forth.
Yeah, let's get rid of RBI Base. I feel like I don't know.
We played our fair share of RBI Baseball.
Yeah, but RBI Baseball doesn't have that. Like I'm playing it all day kind of a thing. So I'm thinking a game like
that you could save,
Mega Man.
that you could conquer and beat.
Mega Man. What was the first one you could save? Mega Man 2 or 3?
You know, I don't remember.
I think it was Mega Man 2.
Yeah, it
was
gave
the
you like a
first
code.
one that you would get a code.
A1, B4, C5.
Right. So
yeah.
you could actually play that game all day and keep on saving.
Write down the codes.
Yeah.
Advance.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like Mega Man 2, we'll say Mega Man 2 belongs on the list.
Okay.
For that purpose. So we've got Mega Man 2, we've got Super Mario Brothers 3, we've got Tecmo Super Bowl. There's one other game that goes on the I'm playing this all day kind of
So if it's my own personal one, and I know that's not what we're doing, I would make it absolutely 100% would be Tetris. Because I could play Tetris all day, every day for the rest of my life. I love Tetris.
I'd like yeah.
Like I say, we played a lot of Excite Bike.
How old?
Because you could build. Remember, you could build your own
Excite
map.
Bike was good for that. How old are we in this scenario?
I'm 12. You're 10.
Okay, so because of that, I'm going to say the 4th game on this list needs to be track and field.
Okay,
Because at some point we're going to want to move around.
that's true.
You know, we're young enough. We just can't sit down all day. We have to move around.
Now-
so every once in a while we'll pull track and field out. We'll play it in between games to get the jimmies out.
Yeah. Now, 40 and 38-year-old.
Does not belong on the list.
No, we are
I mean, unless
not
we
doing it.
can play it with a turbo pad.
That's it.
All right,
that's the
it.
list.
Boy, that's like a full episode. This isn't even like a bonus episode. This is
That's
like
a full episode.
we're coming up on 40 minutes.
Holy cow.
Well, Jason, do you have anything else?
Dun, 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 dun,
I used to have a lot of that music. I would play it,
Yeah,
But
it doesn't matter.
It would just take too much. I've deleted it all, I think. I don't have it anymore.
It's so much work.
All right. Well, this is Dan signing off for Jason, reminding you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.